Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is January 29th of 2023. It's Sunday. It's 24 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 4 degrees Celsius at about 20 after 6 in the evening. Can we make a tree from a leaf? There's a way to try to propagate a leaf. So I'm going to try it with a hibiscus. I don't know, but we'll try it. And I'm going to show you my updates, my Pelargonium Xerophyton, Pereskia, Aculeata, Godseffiane, Pereskia, Grandiflora, Rose Cactus. And this is how we're going to do the cutting. We're going to try to cut out the middle rib and use the two halves with rooting hormone powder, but I don't have the powder. I got the liquid, so I got Q-tips to rub it on there. But first, here is our Grandiflora in flower. No leaves, but it's flowering. And it's got another big giant bud on it there, right there. So once it gets done flower, I think I'll prune it back to here. And then let it go from there. And let's see what happens. But see, it's in a dormant state. It's got its thorns. And it's in flower. What are you going to do? They flower when they want to. Now here's our Pereskia, Aculeata, Godseffiane, and you can see the nice trunk it has on there. And this is a cactus, but you can see it goes from red to yellow, and then the leaves to green. The older leaves turn green. But that's a nice little tree for you to start out with, and easy to grow. And it's in the east window. And whatever light it gets, but it's growing. So you can see how nice that looks. And this is the one we got last year. This is our Pelargonium Xerophyton. And we planted this on August 21st of 2022. And look how this thing is taken off. And it says it's supposed to be dormant in the wintertime. But look at the cool trunk you can get on it. So I'm going to let this really grow this year and see what happens before I do any cutting or pruning or anything else. We'll go from there. Okay, so we're going to put him on the side. Now I made my soil mix like I did for the the money tree. So I got it in there. It was real dried out, so I put it in a bowl with water, and I just squished the living daylights out of it. And I made the hoops. We're going to make our own little hoop house. And all I used was the floral stems. Then I'm going to use the floral wire to try to anchor the leaf in. And then, because after I get the leaf in, I'll make a couple of more loops or hoops. So I don't know if you can see the hoops on there, but that's what I did. It may look a little raggedy Andy, but what are you going to do? So now let's get my scissors. I got these soaking sterile, and we'll wipe them off. That's why God made pants and shirts. So we're going to take a nice strong leaf here, and we're going to cut the midrib out. So we're going to go right, let's see if I can show you, right down the rib. If I can get it started right. I don't have a razor blade, but this will work just as good. Going to go carefully along the rib. Got one half. Then we're going to cut out the rest of the rib right here. And it should put out little plantlets along the veins. It should. Whether it'll do it on this one, I don't know. But there's varieties like geraniums that'll do it. I forgot the other ones. I'm losing it. So I'm going to take a Q-tip, put this on the side, coat the Q-tip with the fluid, and just rub it across right there. Now, the soil's nice and damp. Then I'll put a plastic bag over it. Okay, Tom, so, and then I got my putty knife. I'm soaking in hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, I know, pants. What are you going to do? And I'm just going to make a slit in here. A nice little slit so we can get our cutting, our leaf in there. I have to make it a little bit wide right across. Get it in. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try it. Certain plants, it works real well doing it. And we're going to put the soil real close to it. I'm going to take the next one. Come on, Tom, you're making a crooked line. Your eyes are crooked today. And then take more and just rub it against the top. Just like that. Rub it right where the cut is. Just like that. You're going to say, Tom, how do you know it's going to work? I don't know if it's going to work or not on this one. But why not? Let's give it a try. Will we get little treelets out of this? I don't know. But we can give it a try. Now, what else do I got over here? I can take one more cutting. What I did is I always sharpen my scissors real good. So, here's a nice strong leaf here. I'll just cut it off because I think we can get one more in there. And remember, go to the vein. So I'm going to cut, well, I'll leave that part on. That's why God made pants. We got to wipe it off. I don't know where my paper towels are. I'm just cutting right down the vein. Just like that. I left the stem on there so you can see how I'm cutting down the vein. I haven't tried it with succulents. I bet you it might work with a succulent. But I think geraniums would work good. Just like that. See, your midrib is cut off. And always sharpen your scissors real good before you do it. And we're just gonna get a nice thick coating on here. I'm just gonna put it on. Now if I had rooting powder, it would probably be better. But we'll try this out. Just to see if it'll take for us. Oh, that's nice. Tom, you dropped it. Up, there we go. And just get it right across there. And we'll take my putty knife, make a slit into the soil. I'll put this one in. I thought I might need the floor wire to hold it in, but I guess not. Now, if it doesn't work on this, we'll try a geranium once the leaves start growing good on it. But we'll try this out. There. Messed up on there. Didn't get it in deep enough. It's hard to get it in with that if the soil caves in on it. So we're just going to stick it in. Now, if you got a ficus, I bet you this would work good on a ficus, but my ficus doesn't have the leaves on it yet from when we pruned it. And the cuttings didn't take because it's cold. I didn't think they would, but you never, doesn't hurt to try. So I'm just going to make my slot a little wider. And then we're going to take our liquid rooting hormone and go all the way along the edge. Let me get some more in there. Now, if you had a paintbrush, it'd be better, but I don't have a paintbrush. The small ones. And see how nice you can coat it on there? Just like that. It's fun to experiment. You got a tree? Give it a shot. Doesn't hurt. And we're just going to stick it into the soil. Now, if you got a ficus, that would be a fun one to do, just to try it out. I might try a succulent later. You never know. Might work, might not. But we're going to give it a shot. Some they work, some they don't. But this is another propagation method. So if you want to start a bunch of seedlings, there you go. Now, I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to make another hoop right here to keep the plastic from falling on top. I'm going to take another one right here and put the hoop through the sides like that. Get that in. And floral wire is cheap. It's $5.49. I mean, you get so many stems in there, it ain't even funny. Okay, so now I'm going to take regular plastic. If I didn't tie it into a knot. I usually do this so I can store them and pick up all the poop in the yard. I say, Tom, that's more for us. We didn't want to know about that. Yeah, what are you going to do? So let's take it apart. There we go. And we put it in. Now let me get this out of the way. Put it in my paper towel. Let me close up our rooting hormone. I'm using the Clone X. There we go. And then we just slip the printed side on the bottom. And we put it in. And you got your own little greenhouse. Just like that. Close it up. And check on it every once in a while. And there you go. So, if you need trees and you need a lot of them, try the leaf cutting method. Might work, might not. But there's our hibiscus. It's growing. I don't know, you can see the new leaf growth, so. But this one's coming out nice, and the other ones too. I don't know why these succulents get these little bulges in there, but maybe that's the way they grow, and then they fill out the trunk. But this thing is repotted on February 19th of 2021. And you can see how nice it's looking. So that goes in the yard too. So we gave it a shot. Let's see what goes on. So from Mr. Elephant, there he goes. You got to say hello to everybody. And try the rose cactus. I mean, look at, I'm going to still get, whoops, 2 more buds on it. You can see them right there. That flowers even with no leaves in a dormant state. Figure that out. So what's today? It's Sunday night. It's 6:30. Make sure that phone is shut off. You're spending time with the family. Tell everybody, hey, from 6 o'clock on, it's family night. Nobody calls. I'm not answering the phone or nothing. If it's an emergency, one ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, and call again. Then I'll answer the phone. And if you start talking and it ain't an emergency, I'm going to hang up because this is my night with the family, with my wife, my kids. We're going to sit down, watch some Lawrence Welk when music was music. Have a cup of tea between your loved one and you. And for the kids, a nice hot chocolate, unless you're where it's hot. Nice glass of lemonade. So take care, everybody. Thanks for coming for this little shorty and for our little experiment here. Hey, let's see what happens. You never know. We got to try it. And don't be afraid to try all these little ones, even these oddballs. This is the name of it, so you can see it. It's from Planet Desert. And you can see this beautiful white trunk on it. Look at that. Cool, ain't it? Okay, everybody, let you go. Family night. Take care. Enjoy your cup of tea.